Yo guys, hello, welcome back to another video. So today this video is going to be very different. It's going to be unlike the other videos that I make. Today I'm going to be making a top 3 strongest fighting styles for PvP in the game. These are solely based on my opinion, but I think they are going to be very good opinions because I have seen these guys do crazy stuff in the game. So yeah, but before we go into the topic of today's video, let's roll that intro. Okay, so yeah, now I'm gonna be moving on to my editing software to show you guys clips from my previous videos to show you guys what I think is the most overpowered first or top third, okay, top 3 most overpowered fighting style in the game. So yeah. Okay, so the third in the fighting style in the top third position will be the original Formless. The reason why that this style is still going to be in the top 3 most overpowered fighting style, even though it was released a couple of months ago, 2 months ago, this original Formless is very overpowered because you will see that not only does it have the ability to copy other skills permanently, although there are some skills that it cannot copy, like Gojo's skills. It cannot copy Gojo's skills, but as you guys can see here, I actually copied Mastered Formless Rush skill. So it can copy things. Unlike Mastered Formless, it can copy skills permanently. So the skills that you copy are permanently there as long as you don't copy another style or another skill. And the main reason why this is still very overpowered is because of its Crippling Rush and Dragon Shot. I was not using Dragon Shot here, but I still managed to beat Fubuki. That's just how crazily overpowered it is. It's Crippling Rush alone. It's that move right there. That Crippling Rush right there. It will give them shock, and the shock, the yellow thingy that will come up there, it will give them shock, and it will also damage them super a lot. So yeah, that's probably the main reason why OG Formless is still overpowered. If you know how to use OG Formless and you know how to time your shots and you have a good copied skill, you're gonna be able to beat practically everyone. So that's gonna be why it's on top 3. Now the fighting style that will be in the second position is probably going to be the Fae, or the I should call it New Nico style, but most people call it Fae. Now the reason why this style is just super amazing is because it's a complete style. It has good damage, it has an evasive, it has a combo extender, it has a form, probably the best form in the game right now, and yeah, it has a dash. But yeah, so if you're using nano machines, you can dash. It has a move that allows you to dash, which is actually the first move. It allows you to dash, which is very crazy. And as you guys can see right here, I'm actually going to be using advance, and look at the damage. Like, look at that. Yeah, look at that damage. I had to repeat it because, like, look at that damage, bro. Like, I one-shotted him. So yeah, this new Nico style, although it has been nerfed, there's been some damage reductions and stuff like that, it's still pretty overpowered because the form gives you speed boost. The form gives you speed boost, and apart from the speed boost that the form gives you, yeah, as you guys can see that I showed you guys the dash move. But apart from the speed boost that the form gives you, it also gives you damage. Well, it does kill you after you use it, but it does last for like 20 seconds. So it's like a last resort, but trust me, if you use it, you can practically one-shot people. And yeah, it's definitely probably the best style, or the second best style right now. And yeah, it's a complete style. That's probably why it's one of the best. Yep, and yeah, that's gonna be it, guys, for this second. So yeah, I decided I was gonna do honorable mentions because there are some styles out there that are actually pretty good, and that there are these styles that are in the honorable mention may actually be in other players' top 3, but I just did not include them because I found that these styles are generally, you know, they're just some stuff that they don't have that the styles in top 3 have. For example, Chaos style is actually pretty good, but one thing that I did not like about Chaos style is they nerfed its damage. So it's still pretty good, but it's actually pretty hard to use now because Chaos style's damage has been reduced, and you only have, like, as you guys can see, there's 6 bullets, so that means 6 shots, and then you have to reload, and in reloading you can't move. So if you reload, that's a free combo, and it's actually pretty hard to use, and it's just not that good anymore. While it was still good, it's still good, but I wouldn't put it above Mastered Formless, because Mastered Formless, or I mean Original Formless, I will not put it above Original Formless or any styles in the top 3 because those styles are just, you know, way too good. So yeah, this is an honorable mention. Now, LTG. This is actually gonna be pretty surprising because for some people, low tier god is actually top 3, maybe even top 1. But the reason why I didn't put low tier god in the top 3 and why it's only an honorable mention is if you look at it, low tier god is actually pretty easy to counter, especially after its nerf. The healing pool actually heals other players. So basically, when you're 1v1ing someone, and you use the healing pool thing, I forgot what it's called, they can enter that and they can actually be healed. As far as I know, they can be healed. I think you can be healed from that. And the multiple iframes that low tier god has can easily be countered by either running away, dashing away, or or using an evasive. And low tier god doesn't have any combo extenders or stuff like that. So low tier god has a lot of damage and a lot of iframes, but it doesn't have much combo extenders. It actually has a combo extender, but I would say it's lacking. It's just not that good in PvP, especially when the person you're fighting knows how to counter you. If the person you're fighting is actually a smart fighter, they will be able to counter you if you use low tier god, which is why it's not in the top 3. Now, the last thing that I'm gonna be putting here in the honorable mentions is actually OP no Mi. OP no Mi is actually a very overpowered fighting style as well. It has a lot of combo potential. It's pretty fun to use. If you know how to play, you can actually combo with OP no Mi. But the reason why I did not put it in the top 3 is because it's actually pretty easy to counter. All you have to do is just run out of their room, and then outside their room, the OP no Mi user cannot actually use any other moves. So that's one of its weaknesses. Also, if you're not a good player, and you don't know how to counter, OP no Mi is gonna be hard to use. And like I said, it's pretty easy to counter. Just get out of their room and you're gonna be beatable. It's strong, but it lacks something, which is why it's not in the top 3. So now, now that we've talked about the honorable mentions, let's move on to the top 1 best fighting style, and I think most of you know what that top 1 is. So yeah, let's go to the top 1 now. Now, this no longer comes as a surprise to those people who actually play or follow Project Baki 2. But if you have been playing Project Baki 2, then you know that Gojo is still the most annoying fighting style to fight against. Gojo is still insanely good. It's still the top 1 most overpowered fighting style. There's a reason why Gojo was only obtainable for 1 week. Because if the developers made Gojo obtainable for more than 1 week, everybody would have it and the balance would be broken. Now, Gojo, it's very overpowered. Now, I'm gonna list down what Gojo has and why it's top 1. First of all, Gojo has the fastest M1s in the game. Gojo has fast M1s. Gojo has 3 iframes. Gojo has 1 combo extender, and that combo extender, mind you, is a pull and a stun, which is Lapse Blue. It has a super overpowered damage move, and it has a I think that's it. So it has so many stuff that's going on for it. Gojo is just the most complete package. So you have 3 iframes, Infinity, Reversal Red, and the domain expansion. By the way, in domain expansion, you can pull anyone from the domain expansion. Once they're in domain expansion, and if they're not blocking, it's practically over. Because what you do is, if you're in domain expansion, you can pull anyone from anywhere as long as they're inside the domain expansion. Doesn't matter if they're super far away from you. And the best part about that is Hollow Purple does a lot more damage in domain expansion. So I think it's been nerfed, but it still does a crazy amount of damage. And the best part about this is you can actually combo and move stack with Lapse Blue. So you can M1, you can use Lapse Blue, M1s, and then Hollow Purple. And then as long as they're in domain, it will probably drain their XP or HP. Even if they're not in domain, it will still drain their HP. And yeah, we also have Infinity. When you're using Infinity, you cannot use any other moves, but you cannot be killed as well. You can use Reversal Red. It's a move that will damage other players, and it has a pretty wide ranges. It cannot be cancelled as well. I just used it a few seconds ago. And yeah, it has super fast M1s. And if you combine this with a relic like Lance of Longinus, it's gonna be very overpowered. Or if you, for example, combine it with Hardened Fist or Nano Machines, it's gonna deal a lot of damage and it's gonna be super crazy. And yeah, that's probably why Gojo is still the #1 most overpowered style in the game. Yeah, it's just unbeatable. As you guys can see here, I've been 2v1ing these players, and you know, they couldn't beat me that easily. So yeah, that's the reason why Gojo is the top one most powerful style in the game still. Before I would end this video, I'd just like to ask you guys to like and subscribe, because this is the most effort that I've put in a video. I've put a lot of effort into this video, making this top 3 fighting style guide for you guys. Although my mic is pretty bad, but soon I'm gonna be able to get a new mic. Just trust me, guys. I'm gonna be able to get a new mic. So before I would end this video, I would just like to thank you guys for watching, and I would also like to ask you guys to subscribe, because we're very close to 2,000 subscribers. We only need 400 more subscribers to get to 2,000, and your subscribes. If you guys subscribe, it just motivates me so much to just keep making videos. But yeah, the other thing that I would like to say is that most of these styles that I mentioned, even the honorable mentions, they're still obtainable. The only style that was mentioned, actually no, yeah, there's only 2 styles that was mentioned in this tier list, or in this video, that are no longer obtainable, which is Gojo and OG Formless. You can no longer get Gojo and OG Formless, although you can still get Mastered Formless. Mastered Formless is not as good as the original Formless, but it can work. Okay, it can work. But you can still get the True Nico style. You can still get the True Nico style. You can still get Happy Chaos. You can still get OP no Mi. You can still get Low Tier God. But yeah, you can still get those styles. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it, guys, for this video. Yeah. So I'm just gonna say, guys, thank you guys for watching. Peace out, guys. See you guys in the next video. And yeah, please do like and subscribe, because it does help me, and it does make me want to make more videos. Please subscribe, guys, and see you guys in the next video.